G'day YouTube, Max right here, and we've got some killer stuff going on here in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has exploded today, broke out of the trend line, and you can see right here we are approaching 15,100. You can see on the candles this is breaking stuff. We're at the very, very top right here. So let's take a little bit of a step back. And what are we looking at here? So here's been the Bitcoin channel that it's been in for quite a while. This red line's been a very, very strong line of resistance, and Bitcoin has just smashed through it. It hinted at the fact we were doing it yesterday, and today we've absolutely exploded. So we broke through the trend line and it exploded. So what this is confirmation of, that we have left this pattern. For those of you who recall, we were repeating this pattern exactly. It was symmetrical triangle, bouncing off the bottom trend line, skyrocketing up to the top trend line, and then what happened was with the sideways channel. We had symmetrical triangle, bounced off the bottom trend line, skyrocketed up to the trend line, and so I drew in this purple box and said, keep an eye out. If it's repeating the pattern, it's going to stay in this purple box. If it breaks out of the purple box, we got to look for something different. So definite confirmation we've broken out of that purple box with this gigantic candle here, and we need to come up with a different strategy for what we think is going. So let's clean up our charts a little bit. Let's go ahead and we can get rid of all this stuff now. Not relevant to us. Get rid of that, get rid of that. And we got these moving averages down here. I'm going to clean those out. I like a nice clean chart. And so now we start to look a little bit interesting. Things can come into focus a little bit clearer. Okay. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know, we are now in, with the exception of, let's go back to 2017. And here is our $20,000 high just above us off screen. And we now, all our trend lines, all this kind of stuff, we have very, very little data to play with here. And that's okay. We're used to being in crazy bull markets with Bitcoin. Very often it's in clear blue sky and there's nothing else to check. But so we need to start thinking about different kinds of strategies. So what are we thinking here? Well, I do want to stress, listen, this is obviously a very, very exciting candle. And we've just broken 15.1 now. Okay, so 15.130, this thing is going absolutely ballistic. Where is it going to stop? The next key, there's not much resistance in the 15,000s, by the way, guys. There is not much resistance in the 15,000s. The next level of resistance is in the $16,000 to $17,000 mark. So it is entirely possible that we just smash through 15s and get all the way to 16s here in pretty short order. I mean days, not minutes, but this is on an absolute tear at the moment. So let's keep an eye out for that. But please do remember, now is not the time to FOMO in. Don't FOMO in and think, oh my God, huge green candles, Bitcoin's getting away from me, I've been sitting on my hands doing nothing for weeks, I got to get in now, got to get in now. Listen, probably you're going to get some good chances to get back in here. You don't ever want to FOMO into candles. Because here's the reason, because you haven't got good places to set your stop losses. If you're not in now, this is well through this run. At some point, nothing goes up, like only goes up. It always has pullbacks. So a very, very reasonable guess when you have this really, really strong trend line, and this is a very strong trend line. Look at this. We had resistance here. We had resistance here, here, 4, resistance here, 5, resistance here, 6, support 7, support 8, support 9. Does it go through? No. We got 9 touches. This was a very, very, very powerful trend line. Very often what happens when you go through a very, very powerful trend line like this, at some point is it goes up and it comes back down and retests the trend line. Let's actually draw that in. So at some point we might see it go up. No, not what I want. Do I want? I do want that. Yeah. Up here and then back down to the trend line and then turning around off again. That is very, very often what happens here, okay? So I'm thinking you will probably get another chance down here at this trend line at least. I think we will get that here over the next little bit. Now, another huge, definitely we can come crash back down into this channel for sure. That's a possibility. And remember, that looming specter the November, December crash. We got another, there's a huge problem. There's a macro issue I want to bring up here, guys. This, it's just so sad what's happening with the US election. Just the corruption is just rife. It is so bad. It is so bad. I really fear for America that it could get to this point. But we're here and it's scary. But okay, it's sticking with the Bitcoin stuff. Joe Biden's plan, his tax plan, should he become president. Now, there's things like Congress and there's Senate and there's other bits and pieces. Okay, I get all that. He doesn't necessarily get what he wants. But at present in the US, the capital gains tax rate, so if you've held Bitcoin for more than 12 months and you sell it and make a profit, the tax rate you pay is 20%. Biden wants to double it, making the capital gains tax rate 40%. Now, I hope we do not get a Biden presidency, but if we do, we could see mass sell-offs in everything because people want to realize their gain this year, not next year. Okay, so you might see a sell-off in everything if Biden gets elected. I don't see anybody else talking about this. Actually, that's not true. I did see Jim Rickards talk about this. I saw Jim Rickards talk about this a couple of days ago. Other than that, I haven't seen anybody else mention this. And so you could get, I know I would expect my account to send out the emails like, hey, looking like Biden's going to win or Biden did win or whatever. Heads up about the capital gains tax. You might want to realize some gains this year and not next year. That means a lot of selling pressure. So keep an eye out for that. I want to, this is crazy. Who knows where this is going to be? I think the main levels of resistance here are about 16, 17,000. But I would expect us to come back down and retest this very powerful trend line. Okay, let's see what happens there. Let's kick over to Bitcoin dominance. Been talking about this for weeks. Zoom on out, and thanks to this killer day from Bitcoin, we are here. We are here. We are on the Bitcoin dominance trend line. Watch this trend line like a hawk. If we break out and break through this trend line substantially, man, that's going to be a huge moment. That's going to be a huge moment. Or we can wait for confirmation. Wait for it to bounce off here. Wait for it to come down here. And that could be a very, very good sign that the altcoins are going to start catching up to all of these crazy Bitcoin prices, right? So Bitcoin's been having a tear of it, hence this incredible up leg in the Bitcoin dominance. But if we bounce off this, come down here and get some confirmation down here, it could be a huge sign to be looking for the alts. Even if Bitcoin continues to go up, the alts might come up even faster. So really keep an eye on this. What is the interaction with this Bitcoin dominance line going to be? Let's kick over to Ethereum. Now, Ethereum has not really enjoyed the spoils that Bitcoin have in this last 24 hours. We'll see what it can do in the future. If we look on the Ethereum Bitcoin price, we're going to see Ethereum continuing to plummet down, 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 even accelerating away from this trend line. Let's see if we have some interaction with this trend line on the Ethereum Bitcoin price. That will be interesting. And I do want to have a catch up. I haven't caught you guys up on this for a long time. My Ripple short trade, just crushing. So for those of you who, no, not that. For those of you who have been with the channel for a little bit, you'll know way back here on the 2nd of August, I did this Ripple short right here. And it's been a very, very good trade for me. Let's just take a measured move here real fast. We are all the way down. It is down 42% at present, 42%. So my stop loss was originally up here, but I've moved my stop loss all the way down to here. And in fact, after this video, I'm going to bring my stop loss, I'm going to bring my stop loss even lower down to about here, right? If the price comes back up to that green line, I'll get stopped out and collect all these profits. But as I continue to do, I have been moving. See, when I made the trade right here on this date, my take profits was at the bottom of the channel, which we've well exceeded already. As this went down, the channel line's been running away, and so I've been continuing to move my take profit line down. So I might move even, take profits in around about the right spot. Maybe I can move it down a smidge. So I can bring that down. So This is my stop loss now, and this is my take profit. This Ripple short trade has turned out to be an absolute gem. All right, oh my gosh, look at Bitcoin. Absolutely getting away. 15,225, 15,273. This is off to the races time, guys. Maybe that's 16,000. God, imagine if I put out a video yesterday saying Bitcoin's going to 16,000. You'd laugh at me. And here we are, 15,227. We are knocking at the door of 16. Wow. Guys, this is just monster. I want to get back to it. I hope you're enjoying this video content. Please like, subscribe, share, do all the wonderful things. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.